Hear that? That's now Crispy and McCrispy strips meeting Creamy Caesar sauce. Sounds extra crispy. Caesar sauce at McDonald's for a limited time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Get business done with the new American Express Graphite Business Cash Unlimited card. With unlimited 2% cash back on all eligible purchases, unlimited 5% cash back on flights and prepaid hotels booked through American Express Travel Online, and a flexible spending capacity that can grow with your business, you'll have the confidence to keep building. Apply today and earn a welcome offer of $1,500 cash back after you spend $50,000 in qualifying purchases on your new card within the first 6 months of card membership. Terms apply. Learn more at go.amex/graphite.
This episode is brought to you by Tidy Cats, here to level up your litter game with their new Performance Plus lineup. Your home is your happy place, your cats, VIPs. So when it comes to the litter box, excellence isn't optional. Choose from products that specialize in max power clumping, low tracking, or odor fighting so advanced, stink won't see it coming. Tidy Cats Performance Plus. Mission mighty, keep it tidy. Shop now at tidycats.com.
Hey everyone, Chris here from MedPrepToGo, and welcome to another episode of our USMLE Step 1 Questions podcast. In this episode, I'll be reading 3 more embryology questions from our online Qbank, and of course, you can read these questions and more at MedPrepToGo.com. And with that being said, let's get started with question 1, Embryology 8. A 28-year-old woman presents to her physician after obtaining a positive home pregnancy test. She reports regular 28-day menstrual cycles and believes conception occurred approximately 1 week ago. Transvaginal ultrasonography does not yet demonstrate an intrauterine gestational sac. The physician explains that the conceptus is likely just beginning to attach to the endometrial lining, which of the following embryonic structures normally initiates implantation into the endometrium. Is it A, bilaminar embryonic disc, B, blastocyst, C, morula, D, primary oocyte, or E, zygote? And the correct answer is B, blastocyst. Following fertilization in the ampulla of the uterine tube, the zygote undergoes a series of mitotic divisions known as cleavage while traveling towards the uterus. By approximately day 3 after fertilization, it forms a morula, a solid ball of cells. Fluid then enters the morula to create the blastocyst, which consists of an inner cell mass, embryoblast, an outer trophoblast, and a fluid-filled blastocole. Around 6 to 7 days after fertilization, the trophoblast of the blastocyst begins implantation by attaching to and invading the receptive endometrium. Answer choice A, bilaminar embryonic disc, is incorrect. The bilaminar embryonic disc forms after implantation begins as the embryoblast differentiates into epiblast and hypoblast. It is not the structure that initiates implantation. Answer choice C, morula, is incorrect. The morula is the developmental stage immediately preceding the blastocyst. It remains enclosed within the zona pellucida and does not implant into the endometrium. Answer choice D, primary oocyte, is incorrect. The primary oocyte is arrested in prophase 1 until ovulation and exists before fertilization. It is not an embryonic structure. Answer choice E, zygote, is incorrect. The zygote is the single cell product of fertilization. It undergoes cleavage to become a morula and subsequently a blastocyst before implantation occurs. Key learning point. Implantation begins approximately 6 to 7 days after fertilization when the trophoblast of the blastocyst attaches to and invades the endometrium. The developmental sequence is zygote, morula, blastocyst, implantation. Question 2, Embryology 9. A 27-year-old woman presents to the physician with 6 weeks of amenorrhea and a positive home pregnancy test. Serum beta HCG concentration is markedly elevated, confirming an early pregnancy. The hormone responsible for maintaining progesterone production during the first trimester is secreted by a population of multinucleated cells that actively invade the maternal endometrium during implantation. Which of the following embryonic structures is the source of this hormone? Is it A, cytotrophoblast, B, embryoblast, C, hypoblast, D, inner mass cell, or E, syncytiotrophoblast? And the correct answer is E, syncytiotrophoblast. Following implantation, the trophoblast differentiates into 2 layers. The cytotrophoblast, which is mitotically active and gives rise to new trophoblastic cells, In the syncytiotrophoblast, a multinucleated outer layer that invades the maternal endometrium. The syncytiotrophoblast secretes human chorionic gonadotropin, HCG, which rescues and maintains the corpus luteum during early pregnancy. Continued progesterone secretion by the corpus luteum preserves the endometrium until the placenta becomes capable of producing sufficient progesterone near the end of the first trimester. Answer choice A, cytotrophoblast, is incorrect. The cytotrophoblast consists of mononuclear cells that proliferate and replenish the syncytiotrophoblast. Although it contributes structurally to the placental development, it is not the primary source of HCG. Answer choice B, embryoblast, is incorrect. The embryoblast develops into the embryo proper. It differentiates into epiblast and hypoblast after implantation and does not produce HCG. Answer choice C, hypoblast, is incorrect. The hypoblast forms the yolk sac endoderm and contributes to extraembryonic structures. It has no role in trophoblastic invasion or HCG secretion. Answer choice D, inner cell mass, is incorrect. The inner cell mass is another term for the embryoblast before differentiation into the epiblast and hypoblast. It forms the embryo but is not responsible for implantation or endocrine support of pregnancy. Key learning point. The syncytiotrophoblast is the invasive outer trophoblastic layer that secretes HCG, maintaining the corpus luteum in progesterone production during early pregnancy until the placenta assumes its endocrine function. Question 3, Embryology 10. A reproductive endocrinologist is discussing blastocyst development with a couple undergoing in vitro fertilization. She explains that successful implantation requires differentiation of the blastocyst into two major cell populations. One population will eventually form the fetus as well as the amnion and yolk sac, whereas the other will contribute primarily to the fetal portion of the placenta. Which of the following structures gives rise to the embryo proper? Is it A, blastocole, B, cytotrophoblast, C, embryoblast, D, syncytiotrophoblast, or E, trophoblast? And the correct answer is C, embryoblast, the inner cell mass. By approximately day 5 after fertilization, the morula develops into a blastocyst composed of an outer trophoblast, an inner trophoblast, the inner cell mass, and a fluid-filled blastocole. The embryoblast differentiates into the epiblast and hypoblast, which subsequently give rise to the embryo proper, amnion, yolk sac, and ultimately all three germ layers during gastrulation. In contrast, the trophoblast contributes to the fetal portion of the placenta and mediates implantation. Answer choice A, blastocole, is incorrect. The blastocole is the fluid-filled cavity within the blastocyst. It provides space for cellular organization but does not give rise to embryonic or placental tissues. Answer choice B, cytotrophoblast, is incorrect. The cytotrophoblast is the mitotically active inner layer of the trophoblast. It contributes to placental development and replenishes the syncytiotrophoblast but does not form the embryo. Answer choice D, syncytiotrophoblast, is incorrect. The syncytiotrophoblast is the multinucleated outer trophoblastic layer responsible for implantation, maternal tissue invasion, and HCG secretion. It contributes to the placenta rather than the embryo. Answer choice E, trophoblast, is incorrect. The trophoblast gives rise to the fetal component of the placenta, including the cytotrophoblast and syncytiotrophoblast. The trophoblast may be confused with the embryoblast because both arise from the blastocyst, but only the embryoblast forms the embryo proper. Key learning point. The embryoblast, inner cell mass, forms the embryo proper and selected extraembryonic tissues, such as the amnion and yolk sac, whereas the trophoblast forms the fetal portion of the placenta. And that will conclude this episode of our USMLE Step 1 Questions podcast. I hope you enjoyed it and found the information useful. Please be sure to follow us at MedPrepToGo on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to stay up to date with our content. You can learn more and read other Step 1 questions at MedPrepToGo.com. Happy studying!